Let's just keep going with the story. So y'all, let's say a week passed, and I get an email and they are inviting me to the audition, the second audition, y'all. So I'm like, oh, okay. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Vanity Spells channel. So today I'm gonna be telling y'all about my experience with trying out for the Buccaneers cheerleading team, and I'm gonna be telling y'all some tips and giving y'all some advice for trying out for NFL and NBA teams. So let's get into the tea. One day I was scrolling on Instagram and I had seen that the BUCS had posted their little flyer for the 2023 audition. So I'm like, do I want to do this? Do I not want to do this? Like, what it's giving, y'all? So I click the link, I do the app, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to do this or not. But in the back of my head, I'm making arrangements to be at auditions or whatever. So like 2 days later, after the link had closed, they had sent out the audition information or whatever. So y'all, the whole time, like before I knew about the email, I was thinking that it was gonna be in person. So I'm like, making arrangements and stuff like that. So y'all, I click on the email and I see video submission, do not exceed 1 minute, and I'm like, oh, I'm not doing this. I am not doing this. Like, it's not happening. It's not happening, because around this time, y'all, it was raining real bad outside, and like literally like every day the grass was all wet and muddy, and I just knew I was not finna be outside trying to make a routine up. Like, it just wasn't happening. And then y'all, I don't dance like that. Like the way I danced when I was in school, I don't dance like that no more. Like, I don't really use field show tricks. Like, I don't do any of that. I don't use techniques. So it's like, I was just not finna be trying to come up with a routine that quick. Like, it just wasn't finna happen, y'all. So I was like, oh, I'm not doing it. It's like I wanted to do it, but I didn't really care about doing it, because when I had graduated, I was trying to audition for teams and it wasn't working out. So it's like, I'm not gonna make something work out that's not supposed to work. Like, I'm not gonna do that. So I was just like, okay, whatever, I ain't doing it. So y'all, I had went about my business, and was it like Sunday? So Sunday had came around, y'all, and I had put on like a gray little hoodie with some red shorts, and I was just going around my errands. So I'm like, oh, this is real cute. This giving BUCS, baby. Like, it was just real cute. So I'm like, hold on, I'm finna reconsider, because I like how I look in this red and this gray. So y'all, I had went back on the email and tell me why the video was due that day at like 11 o'clock. So it was like 8:40ish, I think, like 8:40, something like that. Tell me why on the email at the very bottom it was a link of audition material that we were supposed to learn. So it was a whole tutorial, y'all, of what we were supposed to learn. It wasn't just like a routine they had posted. Like, it was actually like step 1, step 2. Like, they was really teaching you. So I'm like, oh my gosh. The entire time I could have been learning this if I would have read the entire email. Like, I could have learned it and perfected it, and it was gonna be cute, y'all. So I was like, you know what? I'm finna just learn it real quick. So y'all, I was like, I'm gonna give myself like 30 minutes to learn it, and then 15 minutes to get ready, and then the rest of the time I'm gonna use to get to the part and then record it, because I'm a person, I'm gonna keep recording 50,000 times till my routine looks cute. Like, I'm not finna just put no trash out on the floor. I'm gonna put the best heifers on the floor.
I'm not putting no scrubs. I ain't putting no garbage. I'm gonna put the baddest heifers on the floor.
Like, that's how I'm gonna be. That's how I feel about my videos. Like, I do not like putting out trash material, baby. That's not me. I really learned it within like 30 minutes. I had got ready real quick. I had put on this black and red outfit that I already had, and I had put on some red lipstick. No makeup, because I ain't have enough time, y'all. Y'all know that's not like me. I'm coming beat, looking cute, like Aaliyah J. It's giving Diora. It's giving all that when I pull up. So y'all, I had went to the park. I recorded it, and it was just so... It was so ghetto, y'all. Oh my gosh, the quality was just horrible, because I had to use my other phone to get on YouTube to play the music, and I was recording on this phone, y'all, by myself. Like, it was just so ghetto. In a real video, you could barely hear the music. Like, it was trash, y'all. And speaking of trash, y'all, I did not get picked. They was like, oh, we have decided to go with other participants. See you next year. Something like that, y'all. But I really didn't care, because these days I don't care. Like, if it's not in my path, if it's not for me, if it's not flowing, I'm not gonna make anything for me. And that's just not to be, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. That's not to be that. It's just like in the past, I was doing a lot, y'all, like putting a lot on my body, just you know, trying to force stuff and trying to take advantage of every opportunity. And it's like, I'm not doing it no more because I was doing a lot, y'all. Like, I can't wait to tell y'all the real tea, like how I was really getting down. Like, I would never do that ever again. I love that I did that. I love that I had the endurance to do it, but I would never do it again. It was just too much. Like, ooh, it was just too much. The people that know, that was around, they know. But I would never do it again, y'all. I would never force anything. I would never just do too much for anything. Like, that's just, I'm not doing it. But y'all, I didn't know, like, I didn't know if I wanted to do this for real, so I really didn't prepare well. Let's just keep going with the story. So y'all, let's say a week passed, and I get an email and they are inviting me to the audition, the second audition, y'all. So I'm like, oh, okay. Of course I went. Again, I did not prepare. Like, oh my gosh. So let me tell you something. You cannot fake your technique, baby. I don't care if you got a pirouette standing still in place, baby. You cannot cheat your technique. I thought that I was going to be able to cheat it, baby. You can't cheat it. The only thing I did good as far as technical-wise was my little, I ain't nothing good technical-wise. But, you know, my little flexibility was there. It was there, but everything else was just trash. Like, I was laughing at God, and I'm like, God, what am I here for? Because what is going on? Like, what is this? I don't know, like, I don't know. I wasn't embarrassed, but I was just like, what am I here for? Because I don't know, like, what is it giving? And I was just there thinking, like, is this really what I want to do? So if you are not a technical girl, you need to be taking classes. You need to just be training your body to be able to do certain combinations because you really can't cheat it, y'all. But if you are a technical girl, I feel like NFL teams are a good place for you, especially if you black, because I know that, like, sometimes y'all want to dance on tours and stuff like that, and you may not be selected because you don't dance like, you know, hip-hop girls or urban girls. I'm not saying that some girls can't, but I know, like, a lot of people that came up in dance studios, they don't dance like, you know, like urban. They don't dance like hip-hop, booty shaking stuff, so they don't get picked. So I feel like you will get picked with an NFL team because if you got sickening technique, baby, try out. I think you'll make it. But yeah, take your technique serious because they really are looking at that. Listen, I don't care what you see on their page, like as far as field shows, their routines, they are looking at technique. I did not expect that section to be that long. Like, I was like, oh, it's gonna be something quick. Baby, technique was like 45 minutes. It was so long, y'all. It was so long. But let's keep on going, y'all. So we had to introduce ourselves on the mic, y'all. The microphone. And I did not know what to say, y'all. Like, what am I supposed to say? Everybody came prepared, baby. They had their little nice, little interesting statements, you know, little catchy stuff. And I go up there being so boring and so ugly and just look at a mess, y'all. Like, I didn't know what to say because, like, I didn't expect this and I didn't prepare for it, y'all. So I was just like, So if you're going to try out for a team, y'all, please, like, do your research. Practice your statement, like, make sure all your stuff is together because I was up there looking like, girl, why is you here? Y'all, and it gets worse. We get to the part of auditions where we are doing the routine that we learned on the video. Y'all, I do not remember that routine. Like, I did not remember it, y'all. I was trying to practice it that day. But you know how you trying to, like, cram your brain? It's not going to work, y'all. So, oh, my gosh. I was looking a mess again. Oh, my gosh. Like, oh, it was just a mess. And I know I could have did so good if I would have just practiced, y'all. But I just didn't prepare well. It wasn't even a hard routine, y'all. I was just, like, overthinking. I was looking a mess, y'all. Even for, like, my freestyle, because we had to freestyle for the beginning, but I didn't want to forget the count. So I was like, I wasn't really doing too much for my freestyle. I wasn't really, you know, I wasn't really giving how I really give in real life. So, y'all, it just was a hot mess, like a real hot mess. Make sure you have a fast routine and a slow routine because a lot of times at auditions, they make you freestyle, like do your own choreography or whatever. So you want to be able to make sure you prepared. So come with a fast one and a slow one because you never know the type of music they're going to put on. And, you know, just make sure you put all your good tricks in there to wow the judges and get your spot on that team. Okay, so after that, we had to learn the sidelines, and it was pretty easy. I feel like I did pretty well. We had to do it like 4 times back to back, and that's not hard for me. They was like pretty much looking at endurance, how you finish out, stuff like that, because she said that when it's game time and they play music, they are dancing the entire time. So after that, we had to go down to the end of the field, and we had to run the field down and back 2 times. My goal was to just keep up with everybody else. I wasn't trying to be the fastest, and I definitely was not going to be the slowest. And it gets worse, y'all. Oh my gosh, it get worse. I'm thinking that auditions is over, y'all. They pull out a piece of paper.
It was all a lie. Guys, it was all a lie. She lied.
We doing a test on the Buccaneers, and I don't know nothing. What it was asking, it was like, what's the mascot? What's the colors? I knew that stuff, y'all. But then it was like, who's the owner? I don't know, like who's the coaches? Name 3 players that's on the team this year. Name a player that got drafted for the draft. Baby, I ain't know nothing. I knew like 2 players, but that's all I knew. And I was just so embarrassed. Like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. I'm really embarrassed. Make sure you do your research, y'all. I thought that the test thing was a joke. It was not a joke, y'all. They really doing tests for NFL and NBA teams. So you gotta know your information. Know the owner, the mascot, know what the owner live at, know his wife's name. You gotta know everything. Y'all, it was just so embarrassing. Oh my gosh, like I didn't know nothing. And it's like I wasn't even really embarrassed about the dancing ability. Like I didn't care about that. The test, baby, you don't know nothing, so you came to auditions for what? To not know nothing. Like, oh my gosh, y'all, it was just so embarrassing. Oh my gosh. But yeah, you gotta make sure you know information. Make sure that you come prepared. Already have your routines, you know, like your freestyle routines in place, your slow routine, your fast routine. Make sure you have technique on both sides. Don't just be a right side girl or a left side girl. Really come prepared. Be able to do combinations with your technique, not just standing technique. Just make sure your appearance is good. Make sure your hair is done. If you are set on the team and you really want to try out, really give yourself like 3 months or 2 months to prepare. Try out different outfits, try out different hairstyles. Like you want to be as comfortable as possible and look your best. I'm sorry about how this sound, but you have to look good. You got to be physically fit. So you got to eat right, you got to exercise. You cannot come to nobody audition looking crazy, and that's just the reality. If you don't look good in the uniform, they probably won't pick you. You probably can dance your behind off, but you have to look good. Everything now today is about how you look, so you gotta look good. I didn't really prepare for this, y'all, because I wasn't really sure if this is what I wanted to do. My realty is that I wanted to try out for a team that's out of state because I really want to move out of state, and that was gonna be my excuse to move out of state. So, you know, that's what I wanted to do. But I say just really, you know, take it serious and read the entire email, because I could have did better at auditions if I would have read the entire email. I was just like, oh, I ain't doing this, and then later on I changed my mind. So, you know, just prepare for things the right way and, you know, really focus, really get invested in what you want to do, and I feel like you'll do it. So that's just that. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time.